Hello everybody, it's Paul Neeson with the Real Life Health Show, and if somebody has cancer, diabetes, kidney failure, or even something as little as a migraine headache, which can be quite serious, or a sore throat, the answer of how to get better is to eliminate the things that are creating the problem. I tell people this all the time. And it all starts down with eliminating the foods in your diet that are congesting your system. Because when you have too much in your body is not going to be able to handle it, and it's going to result in these minor pains, and it's going to continue to magnify until it's affecting you on a cellular level, and that starts with inflammation. Folks, here is the answer. Somebody just contacted me an hour ago and said, I have a sore throat, what can I do? Somebody contacted me early this morning and said, I have kidney failure, what can I do? Somebody contacted me last night and said, I just got diagnosed with cancer, what can I do? There's many different things on a level of emotional and spiritual things. You need to get rid of the stress in your life. You need to stop waking up every day and doing things that you hate and call that a job. No, you need to start doing things that you love and stop worrying and stressing about all the fears of this world and start doing what your passion is in life and doing what you love. Health begins with all of those things. Health can only be accomplished with those things. You cannot continually live your life in stress and do a thing that you don't enjoy every single day and expect to be healthy. But here's where it begins, folks. Here's where it begins. Here's a peach, here's a banana, and here's a star fruit. These are an example of what we need to be eating to keep our body and our organs working correctly. That's it, and that's the answer. It's so simple, but yet so difficult, because we think it has to cost a lot of money. We think we need doctors. We think we need drugs. We think we need all these special foods and everything else. No, we need the amazing abundance of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds to heal our bodies, to give our bodies what it needs so we can overcome all the terrible things that we've created by putting bad things in our body. I say it again, the real weapons of mass destruction, folks, is the fork and the knife, or the chopsticks, or whatever you want to say. Gluttony is the issue, and also the type of food we desire to put in our bodies. The more complicated the food is to digest, the more it's going to result in a problem. And if you haven't experienced one of these problems yet, that doesn't mean you've escaped the penalty of eating these things that shouldn't be in your body. That means that it's just a matter of time before you suffer from these things. You can see I'm a little fired up today, folks, because I am kind of upset because I've been teaching this message now for years about eating healthy to my loved ones and to people I know, and they just laugh it off. I am saying that the people love the drugs of the coffee so much more than eating fresh fruits and vegetables. They love the drugs of eating dead animals that are drugged up to begin with and putting dead animals in their body more than they're willing to eat a nut or a seed or a fruit or vegetable to save their life. People today simply do not value their life. That's the facts, folks. If you valued your life, you would stop eating dead animals and you would start eating more fruits and vegetables. At least 75 to 80% of your diet would be fresh fruits and vegetables. If 75 to 80% of your diet is not fresh fruits and vegetables, I am telling you and calling you out and saying you do not value your life. Not only your life, you don't value the life of your family, of your kids, your wife, your husband, or your friends. You don't value any of their life. You can care less about their emotions and their feelings, and you can care less about your emotion and your feelings because you'd rather sit down and eat a dead animal because you like the flavorings on that dead animal more than you like living and being alive and having energy and thriving so you could spend time with your kids and your family and your spouse and your loved ones. Because of your selfish desires, more selfishness than the value of others and your life and just everything we should be living for, but because of your selfish desires, you continue to stuff your body and stuff your face with things that you have every single power to overcome. We, folks, are disciplined for what we love. And you have just convinced yourself that you'd rather eat dead animals and get sick than eat healthy food and feel great. Every single action you take shows what you believe. And if you continue to eat dead animals, and you continue to eat processed food, and you continue to eat junk food, and ignore the whole idea of raw, ripe, fresh, organic fruits and vegetables, as the majority part of your diet, you do not value your life or your friends or your family or your loved ones. I'm not here suggesting you can't eat cooked food or suggesting you can't eat dead animals. What I'm saying, the majority of your diet determines the majority of your health. The majority of your diet determines the majority of your motivations in life. If you're going to be selfish and just care about your appetite and not the loved ones around you, if you're going to be foolish and just care about the dead animals you eat and not about your health, all I can say is there's a great verse in the Bible that says there's a way before each person that seems right but ends in death. And folks, we're all going to die. But I'm telling you this, I am not going to succumb to, selfishness. I am not going to succumb to devaluing my life. I'm going to value my life more than I value cars, more than I value money, and more than I value anything else out there. So I'm not going to work for money and get myself sick. And I'm not going to, idolize a car and worry more about that than my own body. And I'm not going to do what a lot of people do today. I see people treating their pets better than they treat their own bodies. We need to understand the principles of health, and we need to start applying them to our lives if we value our life. Do you value your life? Are you watching this right now? Is the majority of your diet fresh, raw, organic, ripe fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds? If you can't get that, are you looking for, maybe you can't get organic, but are you still looking something to come close to this? A dead animal is not close to a live peach. We understand drugged up dairy products is not close to a banana. Do we understand eating fish is not close to eating a star fruit? You have to come as close as possible to eating the highest quality food you can find. And the majority of people in today's world can find this high quality food if they just open their eyes and see what's out there. And you're going to be worried and fearing in the world, oh, where am I going to get my nutrients and everything else? Where am I going to get my protein? Where am I going to get my fat? Where does the horse and the elephant get it? The horse and the elephant gets it from the grass they're eating, from the fruits they're eating, and the nuts and seeds they're eating. They're not getting it from the drugged up burgers and the drugged up hot dogs and all this other garbage and the dead animals. We got to get right with this message, folks. We got to start eating more raw foods, and that's where it begins. Yes, there's an emotional level. Yes, there's a spiritual thing out there, but it begins by eating a raw vegan diet. The majority of your food should be raw vegan if you want to experience what health is truly about. I can't tell you any more clearly than that, but people will still show they're devalued for their life by continuing to make dead animals the majority of their diet, or continuing to fool themselves and think that they need dairy products to survive, or continuing to devalue their life by getting up every single day and doing something they absolutely hate because they think they don't have a choice. We need to get the stress out of our bodies. We need to get the stress out of our life. And when you're eating these things that I'm mentioning that aren't good for us, you're creating a tremendous amount of stress. When you're living lives that go against what you love in life, you're creating a tremendous amount of stress. You need to love the things that our Creator gave us. The food He gave us to eat, being in nature, enjoying nature, having relationships with our children and our spouses and our friends and families. Instead of locking yourself in some dungeon, eating a dead animal, and putting yourself in your own personal slavery because you want to just be like this world. Folks, it's time we come out of Babylon, and a great way to do that is to eat a raw vegan diet. Put your comments and questions below the video, and until then, have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.